One, this message has reached you at exactly the right time. This moment is no coincidence. Your spirit guided you here, and I want you to understand why your path has been different. There are no accidents in the divine plan, and your soul has been calling you towards something greater. You may have spent many days feeling isolated, walking a road that seemed to separate you from the world around you, but this isolation is not a punishment, it is preparation. The divine has had to set you apart so that you could discover something profound within yourself. Loneliness, in your case, has never been a sign of being forsaken. No chosen one. It is simply a sign that you are being refined for something far beyond what you can currently comprehend. The silence you feel, the distance between you and the others who once shared your space, has been the divine's method of creating space for you to become who you were always meant to be. It is in this solitary space that your higher calling begins to find its voice. Now, you may wonder why of all people you had to walk this path alone. Why you've experienced loss of friendships, seen doors close, or felt the absence of understanding from others. It might have seemed like the world abandoned you. But what if I told you this was part of the divine orchestration? You were never left. You were simply being prepared. This path is unique to you, chosen one, and walking alone is not a mistake, it is necessary. It allows the divine to strip away the distractions and the noise of the world so that you can hear clearly the voice of your higher purpose. When everything else fades away, only truth remains. And when you can hear the truth clearly, you step into a place of power you didn't even know existed within you. I know that at times you felt the sting of abandonment, the ache of being misunderstood. You've questioned, why must I be alone in this? The answer is this. You were never meant to walk the same road as everyone else. You are not like everyone else. The divine has set you apart for a reason that is greater than you can yet see. Have you ever considered that your loneliness is not a curse, but a blessing in disguise when the world left? The divine stepped in. The separation you have felt is not a punishment, it is a purification. It is only in solitude that you can strip away the parts of yourself that no longer serve your highest calling. Old fears, past traumas, and limiting beliefs. These are the things the divine needed to cleanse from you so you could step into your true, untainted self. During this time, you've likely noticed how your desires have changed. The things you once thought would bring you happiness or fulfillment no longer have the same pull on you. That's because the divine is elevating you to a higher plane. What once felt comforting or familiar is now too small for the person you are becoming. Your soul has outgrown those old ways of thinking and being, and this solitude, while challenging, is necessary for the transformation that is underway. I know it hasn't been easy. Chosen one. But as you've walked through this season of isolation, you have been learning something incredibly important: how to rely on yourself and your connection to the divine. In this sacred space of solitude, you've been given the tools to build your inner strength. Now, you can trust yourself more deeply than you ever could before. The world may not understand you, but the divine does. The separation you feel has created the fertile ground for your soul to grow. It is in these quiet moments that the divine has been planting seeds of wisdom, clarity, and peace. With every step, you are being shaped and molded for the work that lies ahead. What you've thought of as loneliness is in truth the divine's way of preparing you for the greatness that is to come. This isn't the end of your journey, chosen one. It's the beginning of your elevation. Through the silence, through the solitude, you will rise. And when you do, the world will see the transformation. They'll see the strength you have cultivated in the quiet. They'll witness the wisdom that has been passed down to you through these moments of reflection and personal growth. And when the time comes for you to step into your destiny, you won't do it timidly. You'll do it with power, clarity, and divine authority. So take a deep breath and trust that everything you are experiencing now is part of the divine's plan. Your isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. You were never meant to stay where you started. You were always meant for something more. You were chosen for this journey, and it is only by walking alone that you can truly walk into your purpose. Chosen one, you have felt the tug to withdraw, haven't you? There were moments when you instinctively pulled back from the crowd, from the noise, from the distractions of the world. You couldn't quite explain why, but you felt this deep, undeniable urge to step away. Maybe you resisted it at first, confused by the desire to be alone, questioning why everything and everyone seemed to drift away. But I want you to understand, something this pull to isolate, this divine separation, was not random. It was a calling, a sacred invitation to prepare you for what was coming. When the divine calls you to walk alone, it isn't out of cruelty or to leave you in despair. It's because the Creator knows that there are certain lessons you can only learn in solitude. There are truths that can only be heard in silence. You've spent so much of your life surrounded by the noise of other people's opinions, by the distractions of a world that constantly pulls you in different directions. But now, in this season of solitude, the divine has cleared the path for you to hear the most important voice of all, the voice of your own higher calling. At first, walking alone feels uncomfortable. It feels like abandonment, like you've been left to fend for yourself. But in reality, you have been set apart for a purpose. The divine isn't punishing you. The divine is preparing you. And there is no greater gift than the time to cultivate your inner strength to rediscover who you are beneath the layers of external expectations and societal conditioning. Isolation, while painful, is the divine's way of purifying your spirit. It is during these times of separation that you are being refined, much like gold is purified in the fire. Your old self, the version of you that clung to others for validation and comfort, is being burned away. And what remains is the true you, the version of you that is aligned with your divine purpose, ready to walk into your calling with clarity and strength. You see, the universe has a way of bringing clarity in the midst of solitude. When the noise fades, you begin to hear your own voice more clearly. You begin to trust your intuition in ways you never have before. No longer are you bound by the expectations of others. Instead, you are free to listen to your own heart, your own spirit, your own divine guidance. And in that space, in that silence, you start to see things for what they truly are. When you're surrounded by others, it's easy to get caught up in their energy, in their opinions, in their desires. You may have been swayed by what others thought of you, what they wanted for you, or what they expected from you. But now, in solitude, you have the opportunity to rediscover your own truth. The divine has removed the distractions, the clutter, the outside voices that once drowned out your own. And now it is time for you to tune into the voice that is truly guiding you, your own. This is where the divine's protection truly begins. You might have felt abandoned by people, but what if instead the divine was protecting you from their influence? What if the reason certain people, relationships, and situations had to fall away was because they were not aligned with your highest purpose? What if in those painful moments of loss and separation, the divine was making room for the people, opportunities, and experiences that truly match your soul's frequency? The divine knew that if these people had stayed, they would have kept you small. They would have kept you attached to old patterns and limitations. But by removing them from your life, the divine is allowing you to rise above what once held you back. You are being purified, cleansed, and prepared for what is to come. And in this moment of isolation, you begin to feel stronger than you ever have before. The solitude you are experiencing now is not punishment, it is a purification process. And I want you to know that what you are going through right now is exactly what you need to step into your divine power. It is in this solitude that you are becoming unbreakable. You are being forged in the fire, tempered by silence, and strengthened by your connection to the divine. You are being shaped into someone who can carry the weight of your destiny with grace and confidence. In this isolation, you are learning to trust yourself in a way you never have before. You are learning to rely on your inner strength, your divine wisdom, and your spiritual connection. You no longer need external validation or approval. You are beginning to see that the answers you've been searching for were never outside of you. They were always within. Now I know it hasn't been easy. I know the nights have felt long, the silence deafening, and the loneliness overwhelming. But chosen one, I need you to understand. None of this has been wasted. Every moment of solitude, every painful separation, every door that has closed has been a part of your divine preparation. You are being shaped, honed, and prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. During this time of isolation, you may have questioned your worth. You may have wondered if you would ever find your place in the world. But I want you to hear this now. You are exactly where you need to be. This is the season where your true self is emerging. This is the time where the divine is preparing you for your next level. You are not stuck, chosen one. You are being elevated. You are being aligned with your highest purpose. So trust this process. Trust the silence. Trust the solitude. Trust that everything is happening according to divine timing. You are not alone in this journey. The divine is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for the powerful work you are destined to do. And when the time is right, you will step into your calling with clarity and confidence. You will walk into the world as the person you were always meant to be. Chosen one, everything you've been through has led you to this moment, and now you are ready to embrace your divine purpose. Ready to rise above the noise and distractions. Ready to step into the life you were always meant to live. Remember this, your isolation was not a curse. It was the divine's way of setting you apart. It was the divine's way of preparing you for the greatness that awaits. And now, you are ready to walk in your power, with the divine leading you every step of the way. Chosen one, now that we've come to understand the divine reason behind your isolation, I want you to grasp a deeper truth about this season. It's not just about stepping away from others, it's about stepping into yourself. The divine has given you this time to purify your soul, to rid yourself of everything that doesn't align with your higher calling. And while this process can be painful, it is exactly what you need to grow into the person you were always meant to become. In this time of solitude, you are not just being separated from others, you are being refined. Purification is a sacred process, one that is deeply spiritual and transformative. You are shedding the layers of fear, doubt, and insecurity that have built up over the years. You are releasing old habits, toxic relationships, and limiting beliefs. Everything that has kept you from stepping into your full potential is being burned away, just as a piece of gold must go through fire to reach its purest form. And while the fire may feel intense, know that it is essential for your growth. Think about the person you were before all of this. The person who sought validation from others, who clung to the comfort of familiar relationships, and who feared stepping into the unknown. The divine is calling you to release that version of yourself. You cannot carry those old patterns with you into your next chapter. The person you are becoming requires space to evolve, and that space can only be found in solitude. During this time, you may have noticed that the things you once valued no longer hold the same appeal. The things that used to bring you pleasure now seem shallow and fleeting. This is a sign that your soul is evolving, and it is a natural part of the purification process. Your desires are shifting, and your heart is aligning more closely with your higher purpose. No longer are you seeking temporary distractions. You are yearning for something deeper, something more meaningful. In solitude, you are learning to rely on yourself and on your connection to the divine. You are discovering that the peace you've been seeking is not found in external circumstances or in the approval of others. True peace, true fulfillment comes from within. It comes from aligning yourself with your higher purpose and trusting the divine guidance that flows through you. You are learning to trust your intuition, to follow the whispers of your soul, and to make decisions based on your inner truth. I know that at times this journey has felt overwhelming. There have been moments when you've questioned your worth, when you've wondered if you are strong enough to endure this process. But I want you to understand that you are more powerful than you realize. Every step you take in this season of solitude is bringing you closer to your divine self. You are being transformed, purified, and elevated, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. It's important to remember that the purification process is not just about releasing what doesn't serve you. It's also about embracing what is true and pure within you. You are discovering parts of yourself that you may have ignored or suppressed in the past. You are uncovering your authentic self, the person you were always meant to be. This process of purification is not just about shedding the old. It's about stepping into your true power. As you continue on this path, you will begin to notice a shift within you. You will begin to see life differently. You will begin to understand the reasons behind your past struggles and challenges. The things that once seemed like obstacles will now reveal themselves as stepping stones on your journey. The pain, the loneliness, the confusion, all of it was necessary for your growth. Each experience has shaped you, refined you, and brought you closer to your true self. During this time of purification, you may also experience a deep sense of inner peace. It may feel like a quiet, knowing and unshakable confidence in who you are and where you are going. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It is a peace that comes from within, from the connection you have to the divine and to your higher purpose. You will begin to see that the more you trust the process, the more peace you will experience. The purification process is not always easy, and there will be times when it feels uncomfortable. There will be moments when you question if you are on the right path. But I want you to remember this. The discomfort is a sign that you are growing. Growth is never painless. It requires stretching, bending, and sometimes breaking down old ways of thinking, but it also brings about renewal, strength, and clarity. You are being reborn in this process. The person you are becoming is far stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose than the person you were before. As you continue through this season of solitude, you will begin to notice that your connection to the divine grows stronger. Your intuition will become sharper, and you will begin to sense the divine guidance that is always available to you. The divine is constantly speaking to you, chosen one. It is through the silence, the stillness, that you are able to hear the whispers of divine wisdom. Trust this guidance. Trust the nudges you receive from within. They are leading you to your highest good. You may also find that during this time of purification, certain relationships will fall away. People who once played a significant role in your life may begin to drift away, and this can be a painful experience. But I want you to remember that this is not a loss. It is divine protection. The divine is removing people from your life who are no longer aligned with your higher purpose. Those who remain in your life are the ones who will support you on your journey toward your divine calling. As the purification process continues, you will begin to feel lighter. The burdens of the past will no longer weigh you down. The old fears, doubts, and insecurities will begin to fall away, and you will start to feel a sense of freedom and clarity that you have never experienced before. This is your true self emerging, the person you were always meant to be. And with each step forward, you will begin to walk with greater purpose, greater power, and greater alignment with your divine calling. Chosen one, I know that this process of purification and solitude hasn't been easy, but it has been necessary. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. The divine has a plan for you, and this is just the beginning. The work you are doing now, the transformation you are undergoing, will lead you to a place of power, peace, and fulfillment. So trust the process, chosen one. Trust that every moment of solitude, every moment of purification is leading you closer to your true self and your divine purpose. Chosen one, now that we understand how solitude has served to purify and refine your soul, let's take a deeper look at what emerges from this process, your higher self. This process of divine separation, purification, and isolation has been leading you toward the person you are meant to become. The person who is strong, intuitive, connected to divine wisdom, and fully aligned with their divine purpose. Before this period of isolation, you may have lived a life that was influenced heavily by external forces. You may have been guided by the opinions of others, the expectations placed on you by society, or by what you thought would bring you happiness or success. But in this period of silence, all of that has changed. You are now stepping into the truth of who you are, and that truth has been waiting for you all along. The process of isolation and solitude is essential for reconnecting with your higher self because it provides the space for you to stop relying on external validation and instead begin trusting your own inner voice. The distractions of the world fall away and you are left with only one truth, the truth within you. It is a truth that has been quietly waiting to be heard. In solitude, you find the courage to listen to your own heart, to follow your own instincts, and to trust the divine guidance that has always been available to you. You may have spent years seeking validation from others, but now, in the silence, you are learning that the only validation that truly matters is the validation that comes from within. The divine is not calling you to live up to anyone else's standards. It is calling you to step into your own power, your own purpose, and to trust that you are enough exactly as you are. You were never meant to conform to the world's expectations. You were meant to rise above them. As you listen to your own truth and connect with your higher self, you begin to see that everything you have experienced in life, every trial, every obstacle, every moment of loneliness, has been preparing you for this very moment. The challenges you faced were not in vain. They were the tools the divine used to mold and shape you into the person you are becoming. The struggles, the pain, and the isolation were all necessary for you to grow into the person who can carry the weight of your divine purpose. It's in these moments of stillness that your divine intuition begins to sharpen. You begin to see things clearly. You begin to recognize the things that truly matter. The distractions of the world, the things that once seemed so important, begin to fade into the background. You no longer find fulfillment in temporary pleasures or fleeting accomplishments. Instead, you begin to crave the deeper, more meaningful aspects of life. You start to see the beauty in simplicity, in peace, in alignment with your higher self. And in that space, you start to align more fully with your divine purpose. The divine has been working in your life during this time of solitude to help you reconnect with your inner truth. Your higher self has always been within you, but the noise of the world, the expectations placed on you by others, and the distractions of everyday life kept you from hearing it. Now, as you embrace solitude and stillness, you begin to hear the voice of your higher self more clearly than ever before. And in that voice, you will find the clarity and guidance you need to walk your divine path with confidence. You may be wondering, how do you know that this is your higher self speaking? How do you know that the thoughts and feelings you're experiencing in solitude are not just products of your mind? The answer lies in the peace you feel when you listen to your inner guidance. The voice of your higher self is always calm, steady, and filled with love. It never urges you to act out of fear or desperation. It will always lead you toward what is true, authentic, and in alignment with your highest good. When you begin to trust this voice, you will find yourself making decisions with greater ease, with more confidence, and with a deeper sense of purpose. The process of reconnecting with your higher self through solitude is also about shedding the old, outdated identities that you've clung to for so long. Perhaps you have identified with roles that others have given you, roles like the responsible one, the caregiver, the people pleaser, or the one who has to be perfect. But as you enter this season of solitude, you will begin to realize that these identities no longer serve you. You were never meant to live your life based on what others expected of you. You were meant to be free to walk in your own truth, to live authentically, and to embrace the person you were always meant to be. In this journey toward your higher self, there will be moments when you feel afraid. There will be times when you question whether you are doing the right thing. But I want to remind you, chosen one, that fear is simply a signal that you are stepping out of your comfort zone and into something greater. You are being called to release the old and embrace the new. You are shedding the false identities and stepping into your true divine power. It's okay to feel scared. Fear is often the sign that you are on the right path. It means that you are growing, evolving, and moving closer to the truth of who you really are. So trust this process. Trust that your higher self is guiding you every step of the way. Trust that you are being led to a place of divine alignment, where everything will fall into place according to divine timing. You are not alone on this journey. The divine is with you every step of the way, and your higher self is always within you, waiting to be heard. You may have spent years seeking answers outside of yourself, but now, in this time of solitude, you are learning to trust the answers that lie within. The answers you seek are not found in the opinions of others, in external achievements, or in the validation of the world. They are found within your soul, within your connection to the divine. And as you listen to that inner wisdom, you will find that the path ahead becomes clearer. The choices you need to make become easier, and the peace you've been seeking will begin to fill your heart. Chosen one. This is your time to reconnect with your higher self. This is your time to embrace your divine truth. This is the moment when you step into your true power, unshaken and unafraid. And when you do, you will walk with confidence, clarity, and divine authority. The world may not yet understand you, but that's okay. You are not here to conform to the world's expectations. You are here to rise above them. You are here to walk the path that the divine has set for you. And as you do, you will become a beacon of light, showing others the way to their own higher selves. Chosen one, as we continue this journey through your transformation, let's reflect on the profound power of solitude. While it may have initially felt like a punishment, I want you to now see it as the divine's sacred process for revealing the truth within you. Solitude is not your enemy, but your greatest ally in this divine journey. This season of isolation has stripped away the distractions, the noise, and the false identities you once clung to. In its place, you are being gifted with the opportunity to rediscover yourself, your true self, the person you were always meant to be. In solitude, you are not just enduring isolation. You are being shaped, refined, and empowered. The divine has pulled you away from the noise and chaos of the world so that you can truly hear your own voice, feel your own truth, and reconnect with the divine energy that flows through you. It is in this silence that you are learning to rely on yourself, on your inner wisdom, and on the guidance of the divine. You may have questioned, why must I be alone? Why does it feel like the people I once relied on are no longer in my life? Chosen. One, understand this. You are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. The divine knows that in order for you to fulfill your higher calling, you cannot remain tethered to the things and people that kept you small. It's time for you to rise above your current circumstances, above the limitations you once placed on yourself, and step into the power that is your birthright. The pain of separation that you have felt, the loneliness, the confusion, it is all part of the divine process. The divine is not punishing you, chosen one. It is preparing you for something greater. The separation you are experiencing is not about losing people or things. It is about creating the space necessary for you to step into your divine purpose. It is about you reclaiming your true essence and aligning yourself with your higher calling. During this time, you may feel the weight of uncertainty. You may wonder if you are on the right path. You may feel the sting of being misunderstood or even invisible to those around you. But I want you to hear this, chosen one. These feelings are not a sign that you are lost. They are a sign that you are in the midst of something sacred. You are being refined in the fire of isolation so that when you emerge, you will be stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine mission than ever before. What you are experiencing now, this sense of being alone, of being separate from the world, is actually the divine's way of giving you the space to grow. The distractions of the world are no longer clouding your vision. The opinions of others no longer have the power to shape your identity. And in this sacred space, you are free to rediscover who you truly are. You are shedding the layers of fear, doubt, and conditioning that once held you back, and you are stepping into your full divine power. Solitude is not a place of emptiness. It is a place of growth. It is where your inner strength is cultivated, where your spirit is nourished, and where you begin to see yourself as you truly are a divine being with limitless potential. The silence you feel is not a void to be feared. It is the fertile ground in which your spirit is being nourished and your divine purpose is being revealed. Now, as you embrace the silence, you will begin to notice something miraculous happening within you. You will start to feel the stirring of your inner power. The divine wisdom that has always been inside of you will rise to the surface. The more you embrace this solitude, the more you will begin to hear the whispers of the divine guiding you toward your purpose. The more you trust this process, the more you will be able to connect with your higher self and walk confidently in the direction of your destiny. This is the time when your spirit begins to awaken to its true potential. It is in solitude that you are learning to listen to your own truth, to trust your own intuition, and to follow the divine guidance that is always available to you. The more you trust this inner wisdom, the more you will find that everything you need to fulfill your divine purpose is already within you. You no longer need to seek validation from others. You no longer need to rely on external sources for guidance. You have everything you need to succeed already within your soul. I understand that embracing this process of isolation may not be easy. It's hard to be alone, especially when you've grown accustomed to the comfort of companionship, validation, and external support. But chosen one, I want you to understand that this is a sacred time, a time when you are being prepared for greatness. You are learning to rely on yourself, to trust your own judgment, and to find peace in your own company. In doing so, you are becoming stronger and more resilient. And when you finally step back into the world, you will do so with a newfound sense of confidence and purpose. This period of solitude is also a time of healing. As you shed the false identities and the limiting beliefs that no longer serve you, you are healing old wounds that have held you back. The pain of the past, the hurt from relationships, and the fears you once carried are being healed in this sacred space. The divine is working through your solitude to remove the emotional baggage that has weighed you down for so long. And with every layer that is released, you are stepping closer to the person you were always meant to be. You see, chosen one, solitude is not about being abandoned. It's about being reborn. It is in this sacred space that you are rediscovering your true self. You are healing, you are growing, and you are being elevated. Every step you take in this journey is leading you closer to the person you are destined to become. And when the time is right, you will emerge from this season of solitude stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before. I know it may feel like you are walking alone, but in truth you are not alone. The divine is walking with you every step of the way. Your higher self is guiding you, and the universe is conspiring to bring you into alignment with your divine purpose. Everything you are experiencing now is part of a grand divine plan, a plan that is leading you to your highest potential. So, chosen one, trust this process. Trust that this season of solitude is not a punishment, but a preparation. You are being refined, you are being healed, and you are being guided toward the life you were always meant to live. Embrace this sacred time, for it is in solitude that you will find the power, clarity, and wisdom to step into your divine purpose with grace and confidence. Chosen one, as we continue, I want you to reflect on something crucial. During this time of solitude, the divine is not just working on purifying and refining you, it is also aligning you with your divine purpose. This period of isolation is not just about disconnecting from the world, it is about realigning yourself with your true self, your higher calling, and your divine mission. And while this journey may be difficult and at times uncomfortable, I want you to remember that everything is happening exactly as it is meant to. Your soul is being shaped, molded, and prepared for the life you are destined to live. At the start of this journey, you may have felt lost or uncertain, wondering why the people and things you once relied on were slipping away. But now, as you reflect on your journey, you begin to understand that this separation was necessary for your spiritual evolution. You are being prepared for something greater than you can yet see, and the divine is clearing the path ahead of you so you can walk into your purpose with clarity, strength, and grace. Solitude has been the divine's way of providing you with the space you need to hear your higher calling clearly. The distractions of the world have been removed, and in the stillness, you are learning to trust your inner wisdom, your divine guidance, and your intuition. No longer do you need the validation of others, nor do you need to seek external approval. In this space, you are learning to listen to the truth within you, the truth that has always been there waiting to be heard. During this time of isolation, you may have experienced moments of doubt, wondering whether you are on the right path, whether this loneliness will ever end, or if you are truly capable of stepping into the life you have been called to live. But I want you to know, this every single moment of solitude, every tear, every lonely night has been part of your divine training. The divine has been preparing you to walk with purpose, to step into your power, and to shine your light in the world with confidence and clarity. It is in solitude that you learn to trust yourself. You learn to rely on your own inner strength and your connection to the divine. The world may have tried to tell you who you were, but in this space of silence, you are learning who you really are. You are learning to trust your own voice, your own decisions, and your own path. You are learning that you do not need anyone else's permission to walk the path that has been divinely ordained for you. This is your journey, chosen one, and you are the only one who can walk it. In this solitude, you are also being taught patience. The divine timing of your life cannot be rushed. The changes that are happening within you and around you are all part of a greater divine plan that is unfolding at precisely the right time. You may have felt frustrated at the pace of your progress, but I want you to understand this: every delay, every moment of waiting is part of the preparation for what's to come. The divine is not withholding your blessings, it is preparing you to receive them. Remember, chosen one, that no seed grows overnight. The seed must first be planted, then nurtured, and then allowed to grow at its own pace. The same is true for you. This time of solitude, though difficult, is necessary for your growth. You are being shaped in the silence, being nurtured in the stillness, and when the time is right, you will blossom into the person you were always meant to be. It's important to understand that solitude is not a place of stagnation. It is a place of transformation. You may have been feeling like you were stuck, like you were going nowhere, but in truth, you are being prepared for something much bigger than you could have imagined. Every moment spent in solitude is not wasted. It is laying the foundation for your future. The lessons you are learning now, the strength you are building, and the wisdom you are gaining will be the very things that allow you to step into your purpose with confidence when the time comes. And trust me when I say that the time will come. The divine has a plan for you, and this season of solitude is part of that plan. You may have felt like you were walking through the wilderness, but in reality, you are being led to a place of abundance, peace, and divine alignment. Your path has not been easy, but it has been purposeful. Every trial, every hardship, and every moment of solitude has been divinely orchestrated to prepare you for this moment. I know you may be wondering, when will it end? When will I step into the life I've been dreaming of? Chosen one, the time will come when you will walk into your purpose, but you must be patient. The divine timing of your life is perfect. The universe is working behind the scenes, aligning everything you need for the next phase of your journey. But before you can walk into your purpose, you must first be fully prepared. And that preparation is happening right now in the stillness. The divine is teaching you to trust in the process, to trust in the timing of your life, and to trust in your own abilities. It is in solitude that you are learning that you are enough. You do not need to chase after approval or validation. You do not need to seek external recognition. You are already divinely aligned with your purpose, and everything you need to fulfill your mission is already within you. This is the divine's way of preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. It is in the silence that your power is being cultivated. It is in the solitude that your soul is being strengthened. It is in the waiting that you are learning to trust the divine timing of your life. And when the time is right, you will step into your purpose, not with hesitation, but with boldness and confidence. Remember, chosen one, that everything you are experiencing now is part of a larger plan. The divine is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you to step into your divine calling. So, trust the process. Trust that every moment of solitude, every tear, every moment of waiting is bringing you closer to the life you were always meant to live. The divine is not delaying your blessings. It is preparing you to receive them. And when the time is right, you will step into your purpose with clarity, confidence, and divine power. Your journey is not over, chosen one. It has only just begun. The divine has prepared you for greatness, and when the time is right, you will step into your calling with power, peace, and purpose. Embrace this time of solitude. Embrace the lessons it brings, and trust that you are being prepared for something greater than you could have ever imagined. Chosen one, as you move deeper into the divine process of transformation, you are being invited to embrace the most powerful shift of all, the shift from separation to revelation. You have been walking through the wilderness of solitude, feeling the weight of loneliness and isolation. But I want you to understand this deeply. You were never meant to remain in isolation forever. Solitude was merely the necessary space for your soul to clear away the debris, for your spirit to heal and realign. And now, as you stand at the threshold of your next phase, revelation is about to unfold. You are about to understand why everything had to happen the way it did. Revelation is the divine's gift to you, chosen one. It is the moment when everything that once felt confusing, chaotic, or meaningless suddenly falls into place. It's when you begin to see the bigger picture, the reason behind your struggles, your pain, and even your solitude. This is where the divine begins to speak clearly to you, illuminating the path that lies ahead. You will see with clarity why you had to walk this lonely road. In the past, you may have asked why things didn't work out the way you wanted them to. You may have wondered why relationships fell apart, why doors closed, or why your prayers seemed unanswered. But I want you to understand that what you are about to experience is the moment when you will see that all of it was divinely orchestrated. Every struggle, every challenge, every tear, it was all part of the divine plan to bring you to this moment of revelation. Revelation is not just about understanding the events of the past. It's about receiving a deeper insight into who you truly are. It is in this sacred space of divine revelation that you begin to recognize the power and purpose that lies within you. You begin to see yourself as the divine sees you, not as someone lost or broken, but as someone uniquely chosen and divinely equipped to carry out a higher mission. You are not merely surviving. You are awakening to the truth of your divine identity. When the divine opens your eyes to this truth, your perspective will shift. The things that once seemed like obstacles will now be seen as stepping stones. The pain you once thought would break you will now be recognized as the refining fire that made you stronger. The people who walked away, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, and the moments when you felt misunderstood will all make sense. They were part of the divine process of purification, preparing you to become the person you are now becoming. But I want to remind you, chosen one, that this revelation is not just for you alone. It is for the world around you. You are chosen for a purpose, and that purpose is greater than you can yet fully understand. You have been through the fire, through the darkness, through the silence, and now as you emerge from this season of solitude, you are being called to share what you have learned. You are being called to be a beacon of light to others who are still walking through their own wilderness. Your journey, your transformation, your revelation, they are not just for your own benefit. They are meant to inspire, guide, and uplift others. When you step into this phase of revelation, you will feel an unshakable confidence in your own purpose. You will know without a doubt that you are walking in divine alignment. No longer will you question your worth or wonder if you are on the right path. You will know that everything you have experienced has led you to this moment of clarity. And with that clarity will come an incredible peace. The peace that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. During this time, your connection to the divine will deepen. The stillness that once felt uncomfortable will now feel like a sacred sanctuary. You will begin to hear the divine more clearly. You will be more attuned to the whispers of your soul, and you will be guided with divine precision. You will understand that you are never truly alone. Even in your moments of isolation, the divine was with you, shaping you, guiding you, and preparing you for this very moment. This moment of revelation is also a time of great spiritual awakening. The layers of doubt, fear, and confusion that once clouded your vision will be stripped away. You will begin to see life with new eyes, eyes that are open to the divine truth that has always been available to you. You will see that your journey, your struggles, and your solitude were never in vain. They were a part of the divine process that is bringing you closer to your true self and your higher purpose. You will also begin to understand that everything you have endured has been for a reason. The people you have lost, the opportunities you thought were missed, and the times when you felt like the world was against you, all of these experiences were part of your divine preparation. They were meant to teach you important lessons, to strengthen you, and to guide you toward your higher purpose. Every moment of pain, every trial, and every hardship was a stepping stone on the path that was always leading you to this place of revelation. Chosen one. This is a moment of awakening for you. You are about to see yourself in a new light. You will no longer be limited by the past, by your fears, or by the opinions of others. You will step into your divine power with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The divine has been working behind the scenes, and now as the fog lifts, you will see the truth of your path. You will see the divine plan unfolding before your eyes. Revelation is not just about clarity. It is about transformation. It is about being awakened to the fullness of who you are and the fullness of your divine potential. This is the moment when you will rise not as the person you once were, but as the person you were always meant to be, the person who is divinely aligned, divinely guided, and divinely empowered. And with this revelation comes a call to action. The divine is not giving you this clarity just to sit on it. You are being called to share your light, your wisdom, and your story with others. There are people in this world who are still walking in darkness, who are still struggling, who are still lost. And you, chosen one, are being called to be the light that guides them home. The revelation you are experiencing is not just for you, it is for the world. Embrace this revelation, chosen one. Allow it to transform you. Allow it to empower you. And as you step forward in this new understanding of yourself and your purpose, know that you are not walking alone. The divine is with you, guiding you and supporting you every step of the way. Your path is clear now, and it is time for you to walk in the fullness of your divine purpose. Chosen one, now that you are beginning to see the revelation unfold in your life, it is important to understand something critical. The divine timing that has been at work in your life is not just a backdrop to your transformation, it is the very force that is orchestrating every step of your journey. You see, everything in your life has happened exactly when it was meant to happen, even if it didn't seem like it at the time. The delays, the setbacks, the moments when you felt like time was slipping away, these were not signs that you were behind. They were divine pauses, moments of preparation, ensuring that you were ready for what is to come. Divine timing is something that cannot be rushed. It works in alignment with the highest good of your soul and the world around you. It is a rhythm that is set by the Creator, one that is perfect in its own way. When you begin to trust in divine timing, you realize that nothing is ever too early or too late. It simply happens when you are ready to receive it. Your growth, your purpose, your transformation, they are all unfolding at exactly the right pace. This is where the process of patience comes in. For so long, you may have been trying to control every aspect of your life. You may have been pushing and striving, wanting things to happen on your timeline. But divine timing calls you to release that need for control. It asks you to trust that the universe is aligning everything in your life perfectly, even when you can't see it. You have been growing, and as you continue to walk through this journey, you will soon realize that the pace at which your purpose unfolds is part of your preparation. There may have been times when you felt impatient or even frustrated by the lack of visible progress. You may have questioned why certain doors didn't open when you thought they would. You may have looked at others and wondered why they seemed to be moving forward while you were standing still. But chosen one, I want you to understand this truth. It is precisely during these moments of waiting that your soul is being molded for the destiny you are about to step into. Every delay has been a divine protection. Every moment of waiting has been a moment of refinement. In this phase, when everything seems uncertain, trust that the divine is not withholding from you. It is positioning you for what is best. When things fall apart, when plans don't go according to your expectations, it is not rejection. It is redirection. The divine is closing certain doors because there are better ones waiting to open. The opportunities you thought you wanted were not aligned with your highest good, and so the divine has guided you towards something greater. Every step in this journey, whether it feels like progress or a setback, has been part of the divine orchestration. Chosen one, divine timing teaches you to release the need to know every step of the plan. It asks you to trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be and that every experience, even the ones that feel challenging, is preparing you for the next level. It is in this trust that you begin to experience peace. A peace that comes from knowing that you don't have to rush. You don't have to force things to happen. Everything will unfold when the time is right, and it will be more beautiful than you could have ever imagined. This period of waiting, this time of apparent stillness, is where your soul is being strengthened. You are learning the power of patience. You are learning to trust in the unseen, in the unfolding, in the mystery of divine timing. Every moment of waiting is a test of faith, a test of your trust in the divine plan. And each time you choose to surrender to divine timing, you are stepping into deeper alignment with your highest self. As you move through this process, you will begin to notice that things start to shift. Opportunities will begin to present themselves at the right time. People will come into your life who are aligned with your divine purpose. Doors will open that you never could have predicted. And when they do, you will step through them with confidence, knowing that the timing is divine, that it is perfect, and that you are ready for it. Divine timing is not just about waiting for things to happen. It's about learning to trust in the process and to remain open to what is being divinely orchestrated for you. It is about allowing the universe to align the right circumstances, people, and opportunities at the right moment. And when that moment comes, you will know deep in your soul that you are ready. The divine knows the desires of your heart, chosen one. It knows your dreams, your goals, and the deep yearnings within you. And while you may feel like things are not happening fast enough, rest assured that the divine is working behind the scenes. Every moment of your waiting is part of a greater plan, a plan that is unfolding in divine timing. And when you look back, you will see that every delay, every pause, every time you felt held back was necessary for your growth, for your transformation, and for the grand vision of your life. Trust, chosen one. Trust that everything is happening at the exact right time. Trust that the divine is leading you toward your purpose with perfect precision, and trust that you are being prepared for the life you were always meant to live. Every step you take, every challenge you face is bringing you closer to your divine destiny. Divine timing also reveals divine protection. Sometimes the things we think we want, the people we think we need, or the opportunities we think we should pursue are not what is best for us. The divine steps in and closes doors to protect us from things that could harm us, distract us, or derail us from our true path. It is during these moments of divine protection that we learn to trust the unseen forces at work in our lives. We learn that what is meant for us will always find its way to us, and that sometimes waiting is the best gift we can give ourselves. Chosen one, your journey is unfolding in divine timing. Every moment of waiting, every moment of confusion is a moment of preparation. You are being positioned for something greater. The universe is aligning everything perfectly for you, and when the time is right, you will step into your purpose with grace, confidence, and divine clarity. Trust the timing, trust the process, and know that you are being divinely guided every step of the way. Chosen one, as you stand at this crucial point in your journey, I want to remind you of the most sacred truth: the divine has not called you to walk this path alone. Even in the times of isolation and solitude when you felt abandoned or misunderstood, the divine has been with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. It is now, at this turning point, that you are being called to step fully into your divine purpose. But to do so, you must embrace the power of your divine connection and trust in the sacred timing that has brought you to this moment. The journey of the chosen one is not meant to be walked with fear or doubt. It is a journey of faith. Faith that you are being led by divine wisdom. Faith that every step you take is part of a greater plan, and faith that the divine has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. You have been shaped by the divine for greatness, and now it is time to claim that greatness. In this phase of your journey, you must recognize the divine presence that has been with you throughout your isolation. The divine has not abandoned you, nor has it left you to struggle alone. Instead, the divine has been walking beside you, even in the silence. And as you emerge from this season of solitude, you will begin to feel that divine presence more strongly than ever before. It is in this divine connection that your true power lies. You have been equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose, chosen one. But you must first understand that your power does not come from external sources. It comes from within. The divine has instilled in you a wellspring of strength, wisdom, and intuition that is all yours. It is time for you to tap into this inner power and step into your role as the divine light bearer you were always meant to be. Your divine purpose is not just a concept. It is something you were born to fulfill. From the moment you took your first breath, the divine set you on a path of purpose and destiny. Every trial, every moment of hardship, and every time you felt alone was a part of the preparation for this moment. You have been molded, shaped, and strengthened by the divine to carry out a mission that is greater than you can yet fully comprehend. And now the time has come for you to embrace that mission with open arms and an unwavering heart. As you step into your divine power, you will begin to notice a profound shift within you. You will start to feel a sense of clarity that was previously elusive. You will begin to see the pieces of your life falling into place in ways that feel divinely orchestrated. You will feel the presence of the divine more strongly than ever before, guiding your every step, illuminating your path, and reminding you that you are never alone. This divine presence is not only within you, it is around you. You are surrounded by a powerful spiritual force that is always at work on your behalf. The divine is actively shaping your environment, aligning the people and circumstances that are needed to fulfill your purpose. There are no accidents, no coincidences, and no random occurrences. Everything in your life is part of the divine plan, and the time has come for you to walk confidently in that knowledge. Chosen one, I understand that embracing your divine purpose can feel overwhelming. The path ahead may seem uncertain, and you may question whether you are truly capable of fulfilling the divine mission that has been set before you. But I want you to remember, the divine has already equipped you with everything you need. The strength, wisdom, and guidance you seek are already within you. All you need to do is trust yourself, trust the divine process, and step forward in faith. When you embrace your divine purpose, you begin to operate from a place of alignment and clarity. Your actions, decisions, and interactions with others will become guided by divine wisdom. No longer will you be swayed by the opinions or expectations of others. You will walk confidently in your truth, knowing that you are being divinely led. In this phase of your journey, you will begin to feel a deep sense of peace. The anxiety and uncertainty that once clouded your thoughts will begin to dissolve. You will know without a doubt that you are on the right path. This peace will be your anchor, grounding you in the knowledge that you are divinely aligned with your purpose. But stepping into your divine purpose requires courage. It requires you to let go of the old version of yourself, the version of you that doubted, feared, or held back. You cannot carry that version of yourself into the new season. You must let go of the limiting beliefs, the fears, and the insecurities that have held you back, and as you release them, you will feel an immense sense of freedom. You will step into a new version of yourself, one that is fully aligned with your divine calling. You are being called to rise above the limitations that have kept you small. You are being called to step into your divine power with confidence, knowing that you were made for this. The divine has not brought you this far just to leave you here. You were born for greatness, chosen one, and now is the time for you to rise into your full potential. It is in this moment that you will begin to realize how much power you truly have. The doubts that once clouded your mind will begin to dissipate. You will know deep in your soul that you are exactly where you need to be and that the divine is with you every step of the way. The divine has already cleared the path ahead of you. Every challenge, every struggle, every moment of solitude was part of the divine preparation for your purpose. Now, as you step into your calling, you will find that everything begins to flow effortlessly. The doors that were once closed will swing open. The people who were meant to walk with you will begin to show up, and you will begin to see the divine plan unfold in ways you never thought possible. So, chosen one, trust the process. Trust that you are divinely equipped for everything that is coming your way. Step into your purpose with confidence, knowing that the divine has already gone before you and prepared the way. Your time is now. The divine is waiting for you to rise, and when you do, you will walk in your full divine power, purpose, and peace.